Grand Rising. Today I want to talk about the power of your imagination. The power of your imagination. Imagination creates all reality. So upon studying Neville Goddard, here's what I came across. So we read and we hear that with God, all things are possible. And Neville Goddard teaches us that it is our human imagination that is God, that is what is creating everything. So you can't see your imagination, but you can see the results of it. You can't see God, but you can see the results of it. So I came to the conclusion that this invisible realm, this invisible dimension that we can't see, this imagination that is God, you can't see God, but you know that this power is there. So this awareness, this consciousness, this is what's inside of your head. So this is your imagination. So now you want to think about all the things that you have, the car that you're driving, the house that you're in, the clothes that you're wearing, the money that you spend, the buildings that you go into. Everything was once a desire. So everything was once a desire in the human imagination. So if there was no humans, there would be no desire. There would be nothing to manifest in this 3D world. So your imagination and your 3D world are connected, but everything starts from your imagination. Everything starts from the invisible. Now, I say invisible because you can't see it with your conscious mind. You can't see this with your carnal mind. You can't see this with your 3D mind. But if you go within and you use your human imagination, so I'm talking about your pineal gland, your third eye. When you go within, you can actually see all things because you can't imagine something that doesn't exist. So the veil between your 3D world and God, the fourth dimension, spirituality, imagination, the veil in between them is so thin that you can go to either side whenever you want to. So whenever you're asleep, your spirit goes out of your body and then you go out and have another experience. So God will never cease to exist because God is the spirit, this energy that's within you. The universe created you, so you're an extension of the creator itself. So your human imagination is the power or the realm where all things exist. And this power is inside of you. So you have the power to imagine all lovely things. You can have the power to imagine unlovely things. So I want you to practice using your imagination. So what you're going to do is you're going to practice the art of imagination. And you're going to do this to imagine the things that you desire. So you're going to imagine lovely things, things that make you happy, things that make you feel good. And then if you manifest it into your life and you decide that, well, I don't want this anymore. Okay, so like Neville Goddard says, you can unimagine it. You can reimagine. So you imagine yourself into that state. You can imagine yourself out of that state. Because remember that God or your human imagination is where it creates all things. All things are possible to your mind. So if you manifest something that you don't want, because maybe you're in a different state of mind, then what you do is you go back and revise the scene that actually got you what you have now. So for example, let's just say you wanted to manifest $10,000 and the time comes and now you don't want the $10,000. Maybe you have everything that you desire, where you can simply give the money away, or you can reimagine that the money went to somebody else. So it's up to you how you want to construct these imaginal seeds, Maybe you have a desire for a specific person, and then as time goes on, you decide, well, I don't even want to be with this person anymore. But you already planted those seeds, so that person has to come across your life, at least for a short period of time, so you can reimagine yourself being with somebody else. But that's why I say make sure you're specific on what you desire. You know, you're going to think about long term, not just because you have a little feeling about somebody or you have a little feeling about, $10,000. If you feel like you're not ready to, be with that person, maybe you feel like you're not ready to be with somebody else, maybe you want to focus on you, then don't imagine yourself being with a specific person, because that's exactly what you're going to get. Okay? So don't imagine yourself having $10,000 for your business, and then you're surprised when you have $10,000 worth of clients. Now you have so many clients that you're going to get the $10,000, but now you don't have the time for yourself, your family, your friends. So make sure that when you ask for something, make sure that you're going to appreciate it once you get it, if that makes sense. So be specific on your desires, because your imagination or God is going to bring you exactly what you want. Your outer world is going to be reflected based on all the things that you put in your mindset. So we're told that with God, all things are possible, and there's not one thing in this world that was not once imagined. So make sure that you're using your imagination lovingly. You want to see yourself having better things. You want to see yourself being the person that you desire to be. You don't want to think about how it's going to get to you, when it's going to get to you, or who's going to bring it to you. What you want to focus is putting your mindset and your imagination on the place that you want to be. So again, if you want to be with a specific person, you're going to imagine yourself being with that person. Maybe you are on the beach. Maybe you guys are at the fair. It's summertime. Maybe you guys are in a beach house. Maybe you guys are in Hawaii. Maybe you guys are flying on a private jet, on a hot air balloon. You're doing all these kinds of things, and you're enjoying yourself with your specific person. Maybe you want to imagine yourself having a successful business. You don't want to imagine getting there. You want to imagine the end, getting your results. How much do you want to make a month? How many customers do you want to service per year? What are your intentions? How much are you going to donate back to charity, homeless people? So you want to create an imaginal scene that is impacting the world, So if you want to change the world, you've got to change yourself. And once you change yourself, you're able to help those around you. And that's what it's all about. Now, I'm not saying you have to imagine these things. You can imagine unlovely things, and you can get those too. But you don't want to do that. It's just a waste of your time. You came here to enjoy life, to love yourself, and have some self-discipline. Self-discipline is self-love. So again, we're told with God, all things are possible. So if you're listening to this video, what are you going to imagine once this video goes off? What are you going to imagine before you go to bed? What are you going to imagine when you wake up in the morning? Are you going to see yourself as the person that you wanted to be when you were a child? Are you seeing yourself as the person that was told no, you cannot have that? Are you seeing yourself as the person that you thought was never possible? Are you feeling me right now? Again, self-love. Focus on the things that you desire. You don't want to entertain the unlovely things, because then you start to imagine those things and you're going to impress your mind on the things that you don't want. Focus on your mind. Life is good. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. You guys go out there and use your gifts and make life happen. Peace.